Hi, very good evening, everyone. And at this moment, I'm very sorry for uploading the late videos, dear students. I've been trying hard to upload the videos earlier also, but couldn't get because of cannot do it because of shortage of time. Anyway, be be late, but I hope that these videos will benefit all of you at the last moment as well. Okay, so first of all, I welcome you all to my channel Academy Master. And dear students, I have got lots of comments from all of you that you are really struggling in science with the questions and you are all seeking for a importance. So today evening it has been today evening I will be uploading the videos on the important questions of science for class 10. And I'm telling you that, yeah, of course these questions are important, but dear students, don't only rely on these questions. These questions, I mean to say, important means what? These questions you have to study thoroughly, and beside that you have to study other questions as well. These questions are important for your upcoming exams, which is supposed to be scheduled to be held on Monday. Okay, so to start with, from chapter number 1, chemistry, chemical reactions and equations. So chemical reactions and equations, these chapters you will be getting one multiple choice questions from here, and one 3-mark questions will be asked from here, and the 3-mark questions will be optionals. Okay, 2 questions will be there, either one you have to answer it. Okay, so what are things you have to study from here? First of all, mark it. You can open your textbook or notebook, wherever you feel like comfortable marking it, you can mark it. Okay, so here first and the foremost thing which is important here is what? Balancing. Okay, balancing of a chemical equations, it's very important for this exams. Okay, and basically balancings, I will recommend all of you that exercise, you have to go to exercise page number 50. There, question number 6 and 7, it is there. Question number 6, 7 and 5, these 3 questions properly you have to practice it balancing. Okay, and this time chances are there that the balancing may be like they will give you the name of the compounds and you have to write the chemical formula by yourself, and then you have to balance by yourself. Chances are very high that question may be like this. Okay, but still then I'll tell that question number 5, question number 6 and question number 7, 8, these 4 questions. Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8, these 4 questions you need to practice properly with the balancing. Okay, chances are very high that questions may come from here. Beside these questions, okay, beside balancing, what things are important, you can mark it. Okay, uh, exercise question number 9 is important, exo and endothermic reactions. Then question number 11 is important, page number 15 from your textbook. Then question number 15 is important from here. Then question number 16 as well is important, and question number 18 is also important from here. Then oxidation and reductions, that is question number 21, and question number 23, 24 and 25. I feel like it's important, and from here, from this chapter, you will be getting more multiple choice questions, so that you don't forget to study. Okay, now you can go to page number, all of you can go to page number 10. In page number 10, question number 1 is important. Okay, question number 1 is important for, okay, and then coming down to page number 30, question number 3 is important. Okay, question number 3 is important. So that's all from chapter number 1. From chapter number 2, acid, base and salt, you can study page number 21, how a metal carbonate and metal hydrogen carbonate react with acid. That is page number 21, chapter number 2. These questions you can properly study it. Okay, next, how does acid and base react with each other? This is very important. Along with the examples you have to study. Examples may be asked, or even the formula may be asked. Okay, like acid plus base, what does we get as a product? That can be asked. And in the same page number 23, You can mark question number 1. Why should curd and sour substances not be kept in a brass and copper vessels? That is important questions. Next, what do all acid and base have in common? Okay, this is also an important question from this chapter. And another thing, what happens is when acid or base is added in water solutions. Here, one more question can be asked, like how acid or waters should be added. Okay, this the ways of additions of acid and or base to the water is also important. So that one also you can study. It is clearly given in your textbook. Next, moving on to page number 26. Question number 2. Why does aqueous solution of an acid conduct electricity? This is important questions. Okay, you can mark it this. Then how, like table here you can see page number 27, table number 2.2. Okay, like what is the pH of our saliva, what is the pH of coffee, carrot, and all those lemon juice, all those things you have to know. Okay, next, importance of pH in everyday lives. Importance of pH in everyday life, there are 5 importance are there. All the 5 importance are important, so you need to study that one thoroughly. Okay, next, some naturally occurring acids. So some naturally occurring acids like vinegar, acetic acid. Okay, and in which form they are occurred, like turmeric is there, so tartaric acid is present. So like this table you can study page number 29, table number 2.3. It's important, so you need to study properly. Next, here you have to study like how is sodium hydroxide prepared, what is the uses of sodium hydroxide. This is very important. Last year bleaching powder was asked. Okay, so this year bleaching powder will not be asked. You may study like sodium hydroxide. And what is polar alkaline process? I repeat, what is polar alkaline process? It's page number 31 of your textbook. Okay, next you can study like baking powder or baking soda. Okay, how is baking soda prepared, what are its uses, so it's important. Next, washing soda. Okay, and its uses. If it has come last year, you don't need to study, but if it is not come, you have to study. Okay, next, like how is plaster of Paris prepared and what are the reaction in it and what is the uses of it, you need to study it. Okay, next question is, what is the common name of a compound called CaOCl2? This is very important questions, page number 34. Next, name the sodium compounds which is used for softening of a hard water. That is also important for your board examinations. Next, write the equations of plaster of Paris. Very important. Okay, so you need to study this. Next, moving on to the chapter 2 exercises. So exercises here, what is antacids? Explain the important role providing relief for the stomach ache. So this is important. That is chapter number 2, question number 12, question number 18, 19 and 20 is important question from here. Chapter number 2 exercise, question number 12, 18, 19 and 20 is important. Then moving on to chapter number 3. Chapter number 3, dear students, here you will be getting 1 mark questions. That is multiple choice, 1 2-mark questions, 1 3-mark questions, and 1 5-mark questions will be asked from here. So that 5-mark questions, it may be optional, so you need to study properly from here. Okay, so metal and non-metals. So metal and non-metals, first of all you have to study on like classification of metal and non-metal on the basis of their physical property came last year, so this year you have to study chemical properties. Classification of metal and non-metal on the basis of chemical properties. Okay, you have to study that. Next, page number 42, question number 2 and question number 1. Both the questions you have to study. Okay, and next you have to study like for page number 43, what happens when metals are burned in air. Okay. Okay, next, like along with one reactions you need to study what happens when metal react with water. Okay, one reactions you need to study. Any one of the reactions can be asked in your examinations. Then what happens when metal react with acid? This one also one example you need to study. Then you have to study page number 46. Very important, that is aqua regia. Okay, what is mean by aqua regia? That's important question, so you need to study. Another thing is page number 47. Dear student, there is one table, reactivity series. That is important. Last year also one questions in the multiple choice was asked from here. So you need to know the sequence, which metal is more reactive, which one is least reactive, and this table you need to know it properly. Okay, I repeat, table number 3.2, page number 47. Very important. Next, moving on to page number 48. Question number 1 can be studied as important questions. Then next you can flip on. Next, page number 51, question number 1 and 2 both seems to be important. Okay, so you can study that. Next, there is 52, page number 52. There is one figure, step involved in the extractions of metal from ores. Okay, steps involved in the extractions of metal from its ore. That diagrams you need to that you can say that the chart you need to memorize it. Figure number 3.110. Practice it properly. Okay. Next, calcination, roasting, and all those things it has been already asked, but you can just go through. Sometimes there may be the repetitions of the questions as well. Next, what is electrolytic refining? Okay, electrolytic refining. So you need to study that. Page number 54, and then page number 55. All the three questions which are given, it can be studied. It is important. Okay. Then how can we prevent corrosions? Okay, what is the formula for corrosions? All these things you need to study properly. Then what is alloy? Okay, page number 57. What is alloy? All these things need to be studied. Next, moving on to the exercise of chapter 3. Question number 5, question number 6, question number 7 is important. Then question number 10 is important, 15 important, 16 important, and 18 it is important. Okay. Question number 20 is also important. Now moving on to chapter number 4. From chapter number 4, dear students, you will be getting one multiple choice question and one 3-mark questions you will be getting from this chapter. So so multiple choice questions it will be coming from here. Versatile nature of carbon. Okay, so versatile nature of carbon, based on that you may get a questions for 3 marks, so you need to study. And another one is draw the electron structure of a carbon dioxide. Electron dot structure of carbon dioxide, or electron dot structure of a sulfur S. Okay, so that is very important. Both the question is important. You need to practice from page number 64, question number 1 and 2. Next, the question may be like, what is saturated and unsaturated carbon compounds? So they may be asked to define it, so you need to study that. Next, you may be asked to draw the structure of like ethane, butane, propane, pentane, or hexane. So you need to study that as well from page number 67. Next, moving on to page number 68, dear students, they have given the structural formula of, draw the structural formula of C4H10. It is given, that one you need to practice properly. Then they have given the structural formula of cyclohexane. That is also important, dear students, you need to practice it. And the structure of benzene. To draw the structure of benzene, to draw the structure of cyclohexane, or to draw the structure of butane. So it may come. So dear students, this 3 diagram, page number 68, it's important, you need to practice. Next important question is like, what is homologous series? Okay, that is important, so you need to study. And what are the characteristics of homologous series? I repeat, page number 69, what is homologous series and what are the characteristics of homologous series? Next, you have to study from here, like page number 71. How many structural isomers can be drawn for pentane? Okay, this is important. How many structural isomers can be drawn for pentane? Another one is uh, question number 1, 2, and 3. Both are important. Page number 71. As I have already told you, cyclopentane, butane, pentane, hexane, and all that structure is important. Okay. Okay. Then page number 72, question number 4 and 5 can be studied properly. Uh, 72, page number 72, question number 4 and 5. Then next is what? Chemical properties of carbon compounds. So in chemical properties of carbon compound, dear students, the first and foremost thing is combustions. Now what is combustion? So what is the chemical reactions related to combustions? You need to learn it properly. Then what is oxidations? Okay, and what is the chemical equations related to oxidations? You need to study. Then you need to study additions reactions. Okay, along with the examples, and then the last one is substitutions reactions. You need to study it properly. Okay, next you need to study properties of ethanol and ethanoic acid along with the reactions. Okay, property of ethanol and ethanoic acid along with the reactions is important. Then next one is what is esterifications reactions. Page number 76. What is esterification reactions? It's important. Okay, and what happens when ethanoic acid is treated with base? That is important. Okay, and then reactions with carbonate and hydrogen carbonate. So these 3 points I will suggest that all of you should study properly. And page number 77, question number 2. What are oxidizing agent? You need to study. Missiles, no need to study because last year already it has been asked. So this year chances are very, very less. Now from the exercise questions, you need to study question number 4, page number 81, question number 4, question number 6, question number 9, question number 10, question number 11, and finally question number 17 and 20 you need to study. 17 and no 20 we don't need to study because 20 it has been already asked. So only 17 you need to study from here properly. Okay, multiple choices and all I'm not telling. Dear students, you can refer your blueprints and accordingly you can study the multiple choice. And one thing is very important, dear students, to see your science question paper. Last year also it was easy. This year is also it's going to be easy. The only thing is that you should have a proper concept, proper ideas of the chapters, proper understanding of the chapter. Then only you can answer the questions. Question will be easy, but if you have no understanding on the chapters, then it will be very difficult for you to answer the questions. Moving on to chapter number 5. From chapter number 5, you will be getting 5-mark questions. So the 5-mark questions, like it can be Newland law of octaves. From this topic, it can be Newland law of octaves. Explain all those things about Newland law of octaves, or Dobiner classifications of Dobiner classifications, limitations of Newland law of octaves, and description of Newland law of octaves. Dobiner and Newland law of octaves is important for 5-mark this year. Okay, Mendeleev's periodic table already it is asked last year, so don't need to study this year. Okay, fine. Next, yeah, and one more important thing here is you need to study the trends. Okay, like how does atomic and ionic radius vary along the period down the group? How does atomic size varies? How does metallic and non-metallic properties varies along the group down the period, along the period down the group? All these things you have to study. Trends in the modern periodic table, that is very, very important, dear students. You need to study properly. Next, Page number 94, question number 1, question number 3, you need to study it properly. Okay, question number 1 and question number 3. Then moving on to the exercise questions, page number 96, question number 6, question number 8, question number 10, question number 12, and question number 13 seems to be important for your exams. Now moving on to the chapter 6, life process. Okay, so in this chapters you need to study some basic questions, and along with the diagrams you have to study properly. Okay, here the first diagram you should practice from this chapter 6 is human alimentary canal. Okay, here you may get a complete diagram to draw, or you may get a diagram and you may be asked to label it. So it's important questions for these sessions. Okay, for question number chapter number 6 you will get 1 5 mark questions as well, so you need to practice these diagrams properly. Okay, then from here, page number 106, what is the role of acid in our stomach? Then what is the function of digestive enzymes? What is small intestine designed to, how is small intestine designed to absorb the digested food? Another one is, what is the difference between autotrophic nutrition and heterotrophic nutrition? Next, human respiratory system. You may get a diagram to draw or to label. Okay, so you need to practice it properly, the diagrams along with the namings. Okay, next, page number 110, question number 3 is important questions. Okay, question number 3 is an important question. Human heart, last year already it has been asked, so need not to study this time. Okay, transport and exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide, yes. Okay, it is there, but that one you just slightly go through it, no need to practice it. Okay, then page number 115. Okay, 115, question number 1, question number 2, question number 4, and question number 5 is important. Question number 1, question number 2, question number 4, and question number 5 is important. Okay, and here is secretions in human beings is there. There is one diagram, respiratory system in human being. That one, the labeling, you need to practice it properly. The very important diagrams as well as the 5 mark questions from here is, describe the structure and functioning of a nephron. Along with the diagrams, we have to practice this question properly. It can be asked for 5 marks. Okay, and another one is, what are the methods used for plant to get rid of respiratory products? Okay, an amount of urine produced regulated, how is it is regulated? That one also you need to study properly. Then moving on to exercise question, page number 180, question number 7, question number 8 is important, question number 13 important, question number 14 important, 16 it's important, 17 important, 18 and 19 is important question from here. So next, moving on to the chapter number 7, control and coordinations. So dear students, here you will get 1 3-mark questions and 1 2-mark questions may be asked from here. Okay, so here, yeah, so you can draw the nervous systems, the diagram, one diagram is there. Okay, so in the page number 121, that diagram also can be practiced properly. Okay, then human brain diagram is important. Okay, you need to practice this diagram properly. Then page number 125, question number 1, question number 3, and question number 5 is important, so you can study it, give importance to it. Page number 128, question number 4, 5 is important questions, so you can have a look of it also. It's important questions. Okay. Then page number 130, there is endocrine gland in human beings. Okay, so endocrine glands in human beings. What are the endocrine glands here in human beings? The labeling may be asked to your students, so you need to practice it properly. Then table number activity, page number 131, table number 7.1. What function is there, and what are endocrine gland here, and what is the hormones? There is a table. One table is given. That table, if you go through, it will be better. Then page number 131, question number 3 and 4 is in the important list. Then page number 132, question number 4, question number 5, question number 6, 9, 11, 14 and 17. I repeat, page number 132, question number 4, 5, 6, 9, 11, 14 and 17 seems to be important questions. Okay, moving on to the chapter number 8. Okay, in chapter number 8, sexual reproduction in flower plants. Okay, and here the diagram of the longitudinal section of a flower, labeling along with the diagrams is important. And another one is page number 140, question number 4 and question number 5 is important. Another one, question number 1 is also important here. Then another one is germination of a pollen on stigma, diagram along with the labeling is important, page number 142. Germination of a pollen on stigma. Okay, so very important here. Then another one is male reproductive system. Okay, the labeling and all, you just have a look. I'm not telling that this is important, but just have a look on it. Sometime it may be asked. Page number 147, question number 1 and question number 3 seems to be important questions. Then moving on to the exercise, question number 4, question number 7, question number 8, question number 11, question number 13, question number 15 is important. Okay, again I repeat, question number 4, question number 7, question number 8, question number 11, question number 13, question number 15 is important. Next, hereditary and evolutions. So in chapter number 9, how do these traits get so you have to study page number 135. Page number 135, question number 1 and 2, you can have a look of it. Then moving on to page number 158. Okay, question number 2 and question number 1 is important here. Then page number 159, question number 1 is important from here. Okay, then moving on to page number 164, question number 3 is important, dear students, here. Then the exercise questions 167, page number, question number 6, question number 8, question number 9 is important. Question number 11 is important here. Question number 14 is important. Question number 15 important. Question number 16 is important, and question number 17 is important from here. Now moving on to the light chapter, physics, where most of you are having little problem, dear students, but it is not at all a difficult chapter. You can do it. Light chapter. So from light chapter, first thing I will tell to all of you is you study the uses of concave mirror, convex mirror, concave lens, convex lens, all these uses and all you have to study. Next thing, last year concave mirror and all a ray diagram was asked. So the ray diagram of concave mirror and convex mirror, then lenses and convex lenses, you need to study it properly. The ray diagram, one for 3 marks or one question for 5 marks, may be asked. So you need to study properly, dear students. So 177, page number 177, question number 2 and 3 can be marked as important. Then numericals, dear students, from this chapter, one numerical sure to come. There is no hesitation. And don't worry, the numericals which will be asked here, it will be all from your textbook only. So you need to practice it properly. So page number 179, example number, I'm not telling that this is important, I'm telling that these questions will maybe asked, so you need to practice it. So 10.1, 10.2 is important questions, so you need to practice it properly. Next, dear students, a refraction of light through a rectangular glass slab. The diagram is important here, okay? The refraction of a light through a rectangular glass slab, the diagram is important here. You need to practice. Then what is the refractive index? Okay, so you need to practice properly, okay? Then page number 185, question number 2 and question number 5 seems to be important. You need to practice it. Then lens for lens sign conventions, lens formula, magnifications, and you can study the lens array diagrams, okay, for both the different types of lenses. Page number 191, question number 10.3 seems to be important for your upcoming examinations. Then what is the power of a lens? So in power of a lens, they may ask you what is the power of lens, what is the SI unit of a lens, what is diopters, okay, all this. So page number 193, question number 1 and 2 can be practiced. Next, moving on to exercise questions in page number 195, question number 7, question number 8, question number 10, question number 12 can be studied. Question number 7, 8, 10, 12. Then question number 17, 18, 19, 21 and 23 can be studied, okay, from here. Now moving on to human eye. So this time, dear student, chances are very high that you may get descriptions on human eyes, the diagrams, and along with the descriptions for 5 marks. Then next is different types of defects are there in our eyes, that is myopia, heterometropia, their diagram, how we can correct it, all these things. In the page number 199 it is given, so you need to study. Page number 200, question number 3 and 4 is important, so you need to study it. Next, refraction of a light through a triangular glass prism. This diagram you need to practice. Page number 202, this diagram need to be practiced. Or dispersion of a white light by the glass prism. These diagrams you need to practice it properly. Then 3 mark questions here. It can be like Tyndall effect, already last year came, okay. Okay, now we can go to exercise chapter 11 exercises. You can go page number 208, question number 5, question number 6, question number 8, question number 9, 11, 10, 11, then 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So these questions you need to go through it. Next, coming on to electricity, dear students. So electricity, this time chances are there, parallel and series resistance law derivations may be asked, so you need to practice it properly. And page number 211 here, question number 2, 3 is important. Then question number 1, 2, 3 in page number 213 is important. Then page number 214, dear student, here is one table, different symbols are given. That symbols you need to know. From here, last year one question was asked. Ohm's law already asked in the last examinations. Parallel and series combination of a resistance, you need to study properly. Then page number 219, question example number 12.3, 12.4, 12.5. You need 12.6. You need to practice it properly. And then page number 220, question number 4 can be studied from here. Okay. Then question number page number 224, page 224, question number 1 can be studied from here. Then 12.8 example number can be studied. 12.9 is important for your examination sessions. Then page number 227, question number 2 and 3 can be studied from here. Then question number example number 12.10 and 12.11, it's important to 8 page number. Then page number 229, question number 1 and 3 can be studied. Then moving on to the exercise questions. So exercise questions, question number 10, 11, 14, 15, 17, 19, 21 and 24 is an important question from here. Next, moving on to chapter number 30. So chapter number 13, page number 235, question number 1 is important. Then electric field around a bar magnet, that draw a diagram, that is page number 236 is important, electric field around a bar magnet. Next, page number 239, question number 2 and 3 is important, so need to study it properly. Right hand thumb rule, left hand thumb rules, one has been already asked last year, so study that other properly. Okay, next moving on to page number, chapter number 13, page number electric motor and all those things. Fleming left hand rules, it is already asked. Then 245 galvanometers. What is a galvanometers? What is this device used for? You need to study properly. Okay. Fleming right hand rules can be studied. Electric motor generator, it has been already asked last year. So page number 248, question number 2, it seems to be important. Then page number 249, the circuit diagrams of domestic circuit diagram, it's important. Okay, you need to practice it properly. Then question number 1, 2, 3, both all are important here. Then moving on to page number 251, exercise questions 7, 8, 10, 11, 15, 17, 21, 23, 24 is important questions from here. And remaining chapters, dear students, it's very easy. I hope all of you will be able to study by yourself. So I have tried my level best. Dear students, whatever questions I think that it is important, I am giving to you. And tomorrow, whenever you look into these videos, don't forget to go through these questions which I have discussed in these videos thoroughly, so that if it comes, you will answer it properly. And all the very best for your science examinations, and all of you do well. Thank you.